Being a solo creator can be quite challenging. From shooting to editing, we have to do everything ourselves. So instead of waiting, I picked up my camera, and over the past 2 years of filming everything on my own, I learned tricks that are so valuable that have helped me in my filmmaking process. And today, I'll share everything I know with you guys. This is how I make cinematic films. To start filming, you need some kind of equipment. So let's start by talking about the gear I always carry with me no matter where I go. This is my iPhone 15 and I have shot countless videos on just this phone alone. And if you're a beginner, just by learning about angles and lighting, you can even make an iPhone footage look cinematic. After being a filmmaker for over a year, I have finally decided to invest in the first camera. This is my new Sony FX3 and I have paired it with Sony 24-70 f2.8 G Master 2 lens. This helps me get very sharp and professional looking footage. And before that, believe it or not, I used to use my iPhone for majority of my videos. In fact, some of the most viewed videos on my channel were created just by this iPhone. The next thing in my kit is a tripod. This is a Digitech tripod I got from Amazon and it comes in real handy when I'm shooting solo and need to set up my shots. It helps me get very cinematic, stable shots from far away and I don't have to worry about my camera or rig falling off. And if you're shooting solo, trust me, a tripod will become your best friend. And the last thing that I always carry with me, no matter where I go, is my drone. This is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And this drone helps me get very wide, aerial cinematic shots that helps in setting up the scene and giving a broader view of the place I am in. I understand that getting a good camera and a drone can be quite expensive if you're a beginner, but trust me, you can go so far just by using an iPhone and a tripod, so I'll recommend investing in that first. Now you have the gear, but what about shooting? How to check if you're actually in the frame or not? Pretty much every camera company has their own recording and monitoring apps that you can download on your phone. Like I have a Sony camera, so I use the monitor and control app to dial in my camera settings from my phone and use it to check the framing. This app is a lifesaver because now I don't have to go back and forth to check whether the framing is right or not. And I can even tap on this red button and my camera will start recording. Now, I don't need to walk and go over to my camera to press the actual recording button. I can change pretty much every camera setting from my phone using this app. Now, you know which gears you can use to start filming, but now the question arises, what to film? I typically don't plan my travel videos beforehand. I try to keep the experience and the final video natural. Like when I created my Hong Kong travel film, I didn't plan anything. Whatever I experienced, whatever that place made me feel, I tried to capture that same feeling in my video. When I was in Hong Kong, I felt a very chaotic, fast-paced lifestyle over there. So for my video, I tried to capture shots that delivered a very similar kind of feeling. Whenever I go somewhere and I find something interesting, whether it's a subject or a location, I try to get two types of shots, a wide shot and a close-up shot. A wide shot allows the viewers to see more of the frame and helps them in understanding and visualizing the location, and a close-up shot can be used to highlight a subject and direct the viewer's attention to it. You can even use a drone to capture these kinds of shots. You can use the wide angles to describe the scene and then zoom into the subject or interesting locations so that the viewers pay more attention to it. Now, the next question is, which type of composition should you use for your shots? Generally, a good composition should direct the viewer's eye towards the subject, and it can also be used to add depth. There are some common types of composition that you can find in my videos and you can use them too, such as rule of thirds, leading lines, symmetry, and negative space. And honestly, in my opinion, you should not overthink about framing too much. I personally just go with whatever looks best and natural to me. So in my opinion, you should not overthink about composition and instead try to create a shot that looks good and natural according to you. Lighting also plays a very important part in making a shot look cinematic. And no, you don't need very expensive lights if you're a beginner. The best light in this entire world is available to all of us, and that is sunlight. Just make sure you're not framing your shot head on towards the light because that will make it look very flat. Instead, you should try to create contrast. To do that, you can use my favorite trick that I use on a daily basis, and all you need is your hand for this. Put one of your hand in front of your face. In this case, it doesn't look cinematic because the light is head on. But when I move my hand slightly, it naturally creates a very soft contrast look and instantly the shot becomes much more cinematic. And when talking about lighting, always make sure the environment you're in has sufficient amount of light. If you try shooting in a very dark environment with barely any light, trust me, even the most expensive camera will struggle with grain. At this point, you can start to get creative. Instead of using basic shots, you can experiment with different camera settings and even camera angles. Like in this example, when I was in Hong Kong, I lowered my shutter speed to 1/6 instead of 1/48, and I got this result where my face was in focus the whole time, but the background had a lot of motion blur. Or like in another case, where you can mount your camera on the side of a motorcycle, giving you a very cinematic, movie-like shot. Also, you should experiment and try different kind of camera angles because they all deliver different kinds of feeling. A very skewed shot with a lot of motion can deliver a feeling of intensity, while a top-down shot can be used to build tension. Audio also plays a very important role in any cinematic film. If your audio is lacking, even the most cinematic visuals can feel empty. When you're editing your videos, don't just focus on visuals. Also start paying attention to how sound shapes the entire experience. The right background music can completely change the emotion of your video. A slow, soft background music can make a moment feel calm and emotional, while something fast-paced and upbeat can instantly add energy and intensity. Even the small things, such as ambient sounds or subtle sound effects, can make your video feel so much more immersive. It's actually paying attention to these details that separates a normal video from something that feels truly cinematic. And this is exactly where I spend a lot of time while editing, finding the right music that matches the feeling I want to convey. And for that, I've been using Artlist for all of my videos. What I really like about it is how easy it is to find exactly what you're looking for. You can just search based on mood, genre, or even the type of scene you're trying to create, and it gives you really solid options in just a few seconds. If you check out my channel, every single piece of background music in my videos actually comes from Artlist. And it's not just music or stock footage anymore, they have expanded into AI tools as well. For example, if I don't have a specific shot that I'm looking for, I can generate it directly within Artlist using the new AI Studio, which utilizes the latest AI models in the market. And the best thing is you don't need multiple subscriptions. With just one plan, you get access to music, sound effects, stock footage, AI voiceover, alerts, and even AI image and video generation too. You can use my links which are available in the description to get 2 months free on your annual plan. I've been using Artlist for over a year now in every single video of mine. Even the background music that you heard previously in this video was actually from Artlist too. My viewers can use my links in the description and get 2 months off instantly. Whenever you're traveling somewhere, I highly recommend finding inspiration for the kind of shots you want to get beforehand, so that when you're out there in the nature enjoying yourself, you're not thinking too much about the shots. To do that, I usually go on the internet and try to find unique shot ideas that I can recreate in the future myself. A great place to find these kinds of shots is a website called FilmGrab. You can use these kinds of websites to find inspiration, and you can include these ideas into your own creative workflow. When you're filming alone, try to calm yourself first and think which kind of shot would look best and try to recreate that. In the beginning, your shot might not look as good, but it's the practice that will improve that. It's actually the effort that makes a video truly worth watching, and not the money or kind of camera used. And honestly, in my opinion, getting the best camera and the best lighting setup will not make you a successful creator. Instead, it's developing your skills and storytelling ability that will take you so far in this social media game. So instead of focusing too much on the gears, try to make the most of what you already have. And this was how I make cinematic films.